Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and you are joining me once again on Timberborn, where we are at San Fran Beaver. Now, as you can see, we do have a drought coming up, but I'm not too worried about that. We have water aplenty, and things are looking pretty good. We are starting to get a little bit more logs coming in. However, I don't think it's enough. I think we are still going to have some problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come online. I'm going to cross here and get these online. Let's go ahead and stick ourselves a lovely lumberjack down here. We then need to go and remove this guy, because he is now surplus to requirements. And let's go ahead and stick him over here very quickly. He can come and grab all of this. And we will also then as well go and stick someone in there. Now the reason I'm sticking him in there is because I think this area up top I am going to go and turn into a second logging area. But for now, we'll get rid of some of these because I think that's roughly where I want my forester to be. Plus, I also do want to flood this area a little bit higher, so this will also increase irrigation. Go ahead and up this to speed 2. And then after that, I do want to go and get scrap metal, and I've decided on this pile of scrap metal. That one might be in a smidge closer, but it's on multiple levels, and I think it's a little bit more awkward. I think coming to this one is going to be quite easy. And so that's what we're going to use for our original scrap metal. Now, we do have someone missing at a job, so let's go and turn off an inventor. And whoever is missing somebody can, quite frankly, fill their boots. And so, building lacks workers. We're having people die of old age. I don't know who at this point lacks workers. Who is lacking me a worker? A lumberjack flag. Oh, this is right because I've just gone and built a whole bunch of lumberjack flags, haven't I? Hang on, let's go and pause this one. You can disappear. You can work from there. This one, which will technically have nothing to do, I don't think. Yes, that is correct. Because I haven't marked any of the trees for cutting. They're already marked. That's good. Okay, and so we will continue to try and get more logs in. And so then, whilst we're getting all these logs in, there is a few things I do want to do. I want to grab a bit more storage. This is going to be my emergency food storage. So this is going to be for berries. And then, whilst that's going on, I don't think there's too much happening that I can do too much about. Let's go up to 3 speed whilst we wait for this drought. And let us start to plan out how all of this is going to go. We're going to come down to the level we're on. And it will involve unlocking some platforms, I do believe. It's a 3. Can I get any advance on a 3? No, it doesn't look like we got a 4. 4's, yeah, it looks like that's about the best I'm going to get done. So we've got a 3 there. We've got, oh, we got a lovely 2 there. We got a 3. You're not going to find anything thinner than a 3. So that'll go there. Put paths over these as well. We will, of course, need another set of stairs. I'm going to put them off that way, though. No, I don't have to do anything for a drought. Just the pending bad tide, which will be here at any point shortly. I am pretty sure. Okay, that's roughly what that's going to look like, and then we will have to Bits of storage on here for scrap metal. And then, of course, 2 scavenger flags up there, which I can probably go and unlock roundabout now. I don't think they're going to cause me any problems. There you go. So that's what it'll all look like once it's built. I'm not even going to start to connect it up quite yet. Okay, and we do have a good amount of logs as well. So now I want to block off both of these areas so that I can flood this land a little bit more. And I think to do that, I'm going to use levees. Because it's just cheaper. Building a levee is cheaper than building a floodgate. Because it only costs me 12 resources and not 10. Oh, I can't afford to unlock it. I don't have the science just yet, because I've just gone and spent it on other things. Right then, let's go and... You can be paused. You can be unpaused. Let's not take so much of this water away. Or, of course, you can be paused. There's absolutely no need for you to be in there. Let's go and... Ooh. Let's go and start getting some berries back in. My emergency food supply. Okay, now we still do have full tanks of water. We've got about half a level of water in the river left. We can as well mark these 2 for cutting. And I think we needed about 120 science, so we should have that by the end of the day. I also think it's time to potentially get someone else in the carrot farm. Go and pause that water pump now as well. And you can actually come into the carrot farm. And then let's spin this around, and I should now be able to grab my levies. Yes. Cool. So that will be that. Partly blocked off. I'm still going to build some floodgates on the top, of course. But that will have it blocked off to start with. And plus, that's also going to go and cost me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 120 logs right there. And we've only got 229, so we'll leave it as is for now. That'll still give us about 100 to spare. You are no longer needed to do what you're doing. Let's have you become another builder. Okay, and let's keep all of those going. It's going okay. Now, of course, we do have a pending bad tide coming up, which we have our channel. I'm a little bit scared it's not enough, because we're technically going from a 4 to a 2. And we do have pretty good flow. I'm like, I feel like that's what this channel's built there for at the beginning, you know, to get rid of that bad tide. But I'm still not sure. I'm also not sure what I could do about it, because I can't get bad water without metal. Metal's still a little bit far away, unfortunately. So that whole chain to then eventually get me some dynamite is a little bit off. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to blow this channel any wider. Now, I could attempt to build some levees here to stop the bad water flowing over a little bit. I don't know if that's... I mean, it'll just flow over the floodgates, won't it? Yes, that doesn't really work. Yes, I'm not really quite sure how I could attempt to solve this any other way than I have. Obviously, I could have gone to the extreme and attempted to build something up here, but again, I don't think we're quite at that stage yet. And of course, I couldn't, because it would now currently just flow to where I'm building my second thing. Which, yeah, so I'm kind of blocking off my prayers for other versions of bad water control. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, like I said, there's no point in trying to build any form of second wall because it'll just come over the floodgates. First, just make sure I have full food and full water when it hits me, and then pray, really. If I was to get, let's say a 15-day bad tide, I mean, that's about as bad as it gets. 15, I need about 50 a day, I figured out. That's 750. We need a lot more water tanks, I'll tell you that much. Storage, medium warehouse for more carrots. And small tanks. I'll take 1,000 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still don't think it's going to be enough. We've got 1 day left of drought. And the question is, I mean, I did go and boast that we were ready, but are we going to be ready? Water level's pretty low, so I'm not going to start pumping until the drought is over. We're still taking out trees from here. We've nothing to take out from here yet. Now this should now stay full of a bit of water. And we should hopefully start increasing the number of our carrots coming in into these guys. We have 6 beavers who are just unknowingly they just don't know what to do with their lives. Go and turn that on as well. 3 beavers who just don't know what to do. Well, I'm sure I can find them a job or two. Let's go and... Yes, we have an extra worker. Yeah, let's go make that 4 workers. Let's get all of these water tanks built, and most point, let's get all of them filled. Will increase my water capacity by a lot, quite frankly. Now I need it to be more than a lot, but okay, yeah, we almost ran out a bit of a got into a bit of a tight spot there. And they have no reason to go into the water, just in case we do get a bad tide. I don't need to start messing around. They don't need to go over there because that is paused. Look at that beautiful green growing. And we are pumping water down into here, which will be attempting to fight with the bad water. Let's see how that goes. Okay, our water capacity is it will be at 600, basically. Which gets us about 10 days, give or take. Yeah, give or take. Yeah, that's what we'll have going for us, about 10 days worth. Now, I think I'm going to go and say, let's go and put this path online. They can start to build down here. We've got logs, we've got planks. We can start to get the pathing done. We are looking after this area as best we can. I'm a little bit worried about my food. We need more, quite frankly. Again, so if we're going to need 540 water, I think, for 10 days, they require even more food. I think possibly up to 600 for 10 days. And my carrots seem to be slightly struggling. Yes, we could clearly do with a few more carrots. We're pretty much there. There's nothing wrong with adding... I'm even going to go and say another 2 lines. We'll get a few more carrots on the go, just to make sure they're never idle. And, you know, as my efficiency increases, which may or may not happen. Depending on what I can get my beavers. Then, yeah. Okay, bad tide in 3 days. It's close to go time. We need more water. We need a lot more water. Priority, please. We have someone missing from a job. Let's turn that down 1. Let's pause an inventor because we are going to need another worker very shortly. Come on, people. Let's get 12 logs in there. Let's get a full day of 3 pumps working. We've still got 141 logs. We've got plenty ready. Like I said, let's get a full day of 3 pumps working. See how much of this we can fill up. Carrots are still not looking great. Yeah, do we need a bigger berry stockpile? There's a question. Well, let's get somebody in there. All right, come on. Like I said, let's get a full day of... Oh, in fact, we got 2 full days of pumping with 3 water pumps. Let's try and get this as filled as possible. Looking fantastic. Now, of course, we do need to build gears. But the fact that we're just about getting our logging industry online. A little bit wary of putting more strain on our planks and logs to start making gears. Now, what we can definitely start doing, we can put a little help down here. And up here. Go and mark all these trees. The few that there are for cutting. I'll go and provide a few more logs down there, which will just make things a tiny bit easier. Okay, how are we looking? Nice, they are all starting to fill up. Got another full day of pumping up to 400 water. I mean, I think we still need more, but it's something. It is something. And then, of course, well, a lot of our bays will regrow, but we might be able to lose them all to contaminated soil. We shall see. I think we're doing okay. Doing okay. Those bad tides about to hit. We have hit 430 water. It's not great. I've still got several unfilled water tanks. And our carrots are definitely starting to drop off. I'm surprised at that because, well, I would have thought the amount of carrots I'm pulling in would be enough. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You go down. You go up. Wasn't paying quite enough attention there. We've gone and diverted. Oh, a lot of our water tanks have flooded over. Because as you can see, this is, yeah, it doesn't quite cut it, is the best way of putting it. Now, unfortunately, yes, we're losing a bit here because we weren't quite reactive enough. Oh, that's overflowing anyway. We have 11 days of bad tide. 11 days, ladies and gentlemen. These are still pulling out some water. We'll be grateful for that for as long as they can pull out water, quite frankly. Any last drop they can grab. We have just lost our food industry. Our berries are completely gone. We are down to no more than about 5 days worth of food, and we have 10 days of a bad tide to go. Is there anywhere? I mean, there is a little bit. Where we can basically go far and wide and start stockpiling. Before things get too bad. Storage, you may as well just go and become berries. Go down to 2 speed. Do we have any more berries in easy access? I mean, it really doesn't look like it, does it? And look at that corruption coming in. That is going to kill nearly everything. Not that there was much growing anyway, but at least they weren't dying. Oh, all this time wasted on oak seedlings, which are all just going to be dying of contamination. I mean, look at it. They got to 82% ready. About 25 days worth of growth, all disappearing. Now, yep, they're not exactly grabbing loads of water, but they're still grabbing a little bit, and I will take it. Because I think food's going to be our problem. Unfortunately, there's nothing to gather down there. We do have some no available workers. We can go and solve that problem. Oh no, we can't. Well, I may as well go and turn one of you off. You can lose 2 workers. How are we doing now? Still got 1 unavailable. Are you still? And you're the one that's flipping unavailable. Don't pause him. We get someone down here. Please start picking us some berries. Now there's, oh, I don't know, maybe another 100 there. That's another couple of days worth of food. I'm truly not sure whether it's going to see us through this bad tide. I cannot see any other berries to give us any other form of hope. You can disappear. I should have just paused that so they could still go on and gathered all the logs there, but never mind. Oh, would you look at that? We have scrap metal starting to come in. So we're all going to die of a bad tide, but hey, at least we got some scrap metal before we went. Let's keep things going. Okay, so these are all now flooded. We'll turn back on our inventors for all the good they're going to do us. And we may as well... Hey, we may as well let that flow and start making some planks. At least these water tanks are no longer flooded. We still have 9 days worth of bad tide to get through, and a dwindling food supply. A beaver is injured. Why, of course, the beaver is injured. Why would he not get injured? Let's go and grab ourselves a medical bed and have a lovely gap just in here. Shouldn't need more than 1 at the moment. I mean, I've pretty much just got 1 lumber mill running. It shouldn't really injure that many beavers that quickly. We are down to berries. We are down to our emergency food supply. That's not good. That is not good at all. Yep. That's another 50 or so food here. That's about another day's worth of food if I'm lucky. And we've got 8 days to go and about 4, maybe 5 days worth of food. And then all this needs replanting. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, folks. It's gonna be rough. It really is a point of just sit here and pray, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know what else we can do, folks. Sit here and pray is about as good as things get. Oh, we are going to start to get yes, we are getting unwell beavers because of this. So we will soon have some contaminated beavers. Now, of course, for contaminated beavers, you need an antidote. For an antidote, you need... Let's have a look. You need an apothecary, which I'm sure sits in here somewhere. You need gears and planks. And you need dandelions, berries, and paper. Which is a long way off what we're going to be getting. I think I can, though. Probably go and grab down a gear. A gear building whilst whilst we got things going. I mean, hey, our power's going. Maybe I should, thinking about this, if I block this off, and then I can in essence flood this just before a bad tide, and use this to keep myself plied full of water. By keeping myself plied full of water, I can attempt to, although this is more of when we've got a dynamite thing, which when we've got dynamite I feel like I can make a much better solution. I could attempt to obviously pour water into a different area and keep things fertilized. Maybe. And it of course does also suggest maybe I could move some of my irrigation worked areas over to the right. Now, of course, this is if I survive that long. 171 berries. We're doing okay. 244 water. We have 6 days remaining. You have unfortunately run out of berries to pick. Well, that's upsetting. You've run out of things to grab. Let's have you go over there. We have 2 unwell beavers. Let's go ahead and pause that logging camp as well. Oh, we've got a lovely amount of scrap metal. I say that, we've only got 61. It looks like a giant pile of scrap metal, but either way, we've got scrap metal. Scrap metal can now be used for all of those wonderful things we can use scrap metal for. Okay, 5 days remaining. 130 and 200. Oh, I don't know, folks. Oh, nope. We, 125 and 200. We just got hit by the end of day grab. And we're going to probably get hit by the beginning of day grab. Yes. 200 and 109. 108, 105. 102. And these be some hungry beavers. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Can we survive through our first bad tide? Can we get through our first bad tide? Now there's a giant question that can we or can we not answer. Now, as we're not building much, what I'm going to go and do is... Oh, and... There you go. Can we reach one of them? Let's go and get the first one built. I actually don't want to build all of it, because I do want the bad water to keep... Although if the bad water stops flowing... No, I want it to keep flowing, because it needs to get out of here when we're done. I need this to be finished once... once we've finished with our bad tide. What are we down to? 45 food and 140 water. Now, water is kind of stretching itself out a little bit. I mean, we are using about 60 a day, but we've only got, well, 4 days left. That, you know, demands 240 water by anyone's standards. So, yeah, we're, you know, only a day and a half short. And as for food, we're about 3 days short. Now, we're going to get 2 of them built. I'll just put you on pause. I do very much want the water to drain. So there is, well, it's a novel approach, folks. But I suppose, yes, we have to get our good water on the left as an extra, and the bad water simply has to be allowed to flow. We have 2 contaminated beavers, poor guys. There should at least be nobody else coming over here in the meantime to get any more contaminated. But there is that bonus. 2.5 days left, and we are out of food, ladies and gentlemen. We should be able to finish the day at least with some more water. But yeah, food's gonna take a while. In fact, yeah, it's gonna take 4 more days to regrow some carrots. These are all gonna die, along with pretty much all of these. But even then, they take 12 days to get me berries. So I am 6 days away from any food. Yeah, I'm gonna say my beavers are all about to go to the great dam in the sky. I don't quite see how I'm gonna get through this one. 45 water. The water is holding out. 11 days for your first bad tide. I mean, that's hard mode for you right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is hard mode for you right there. 11 full days of a bad tide. And if it had been 8 days of a bad tide, I would have had some hope. I would have had some hope. You know? 6 days? Pff, easy. Easy, I tell you. And like I said, 11 days of a bad tide. It's pushed me over the edge. It has 2 water left. We're gonna have water into the last day of bad tide. Just it has, yep. It's like I said, it's pushed me over the edge. So there you go. So hey, even if it was only 10 days, this would all now come back on. Now my food industry is 4 days away, so I'd probably still be dead. But you never know. Nobody has died of hunger just yet. Now, how long this actually takes is another question. Oh, we've got... If this is going down at the same rate, I would say we've got at least another 2 days. Maybe including this one, because food is 5 days away. Yeah, don't quite know what we're going to do there. Don't quite know what we're going to do. Here comes the end of the bad tide. Nobody has died of hunger yet. We have 1 person missing in a job. Let's simply go and turn you off. Oh no, we have 2 people who need a job. Sorry, not who are missing in jobs. Well, technically, I'd like to say we've survived the first bad tide. Whether we survive beyond this point is another thing entirely. Let's watch that beautiful green come in. Let's get those carrots growing. Oh, let's get that water pumping. Have 1 off you. Let's have 1 off you. All right, let's have both of you back in the main district for now, to be honest. Come on now, get back. Start pumping this water. The fact that we have to wait 12 days for 4 more days for carrots, I think is... gonna result in... Oh, yep, we got our first deaths from hunger. We are down to 16 beavers. There goes another one. "19 beavers. 19 beavers. Yep, it's within range. There's only one guy building now, I think. No, there's nobody building now. Let's go ahead and that can be paused. That can be paused. Let's be honest, we can pause a couple of inventors. Down to 13 beavers. $13 beavers. 5 beavers. 3 beavers. 2 beavers. 1 beaver. No beavers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That was, we need to revise our bad water tactics, basically. Which, you know, hey, I've got a plan. I think I know what I'm going to do. As you can see, if we click on one final look, we might as well keep it paused. If we go and flood this area like we have, all of this is green. So I can, in fact, move my farm here. I can make it a secondary farm. So this can work to basically fill up a few more warehouses. I can go and chuck myself a couple of pumps here. Now, of course, they won't work when... But no, they won't work very well at all, to be honest. But, oh, with my farm over here as well, I can drain this with my pumps during droughts. Moments you don't want to have. So that works as well. So, yeah, no, it's fully doable. But, unfortunately, for this one... we have gone and failed, so we're not going to give up on the series. We are going to have to revise, revamp, and we will make it so we can survive this bad tide. I'll basically go back to where this episode started, so this will be a repeat. But for now, unfortunately, we failed our beavers. And so we will come back, and we will simply have to do better. And so until next time, ladies and gentlemen, on that very, very sorrowful note, I hope you have enjoyed the episode. I hope you will, you know, hey, mistakes are made. That's why we have save games. And until we see you again, as per always, I hope that you can stay safe, happy, and healthy.